yeah, cosmic magnets, what's going on? So we shifted, leaving these old paradigms behind, baby, like clockwork, like cycles. Same old cycle, same old energy. Oh, baby. So I'll talk about the quantum leaping and the deeper depth components to healing when ones will play crazy. So this is over right here. I asked the question, is sun good for salt, for pink Himalayan salt lamp? Which it is. 212. Let them take it with them to their grave, since they don't desire to let it go and heal it. Playing with your self-identity and playing with others' self-identity is the crazy work, and wondering why you're looking like a zombie. Balance is having money in all frequencies. Example, 3D money. And being rich in spirit. It's your clarity right here, cosmic magnets, to sever the cords. Because at the end of the day, what does one truly embody? The block from not wanting to be open to real love, real support, real pure intentions. You know what I'm saying? What does one truly embody? Why they out here acting like it's not being seen? And that judge, like I said, I did that video a long time ago. Judgment and intuition are two different things. You're gonna have to pick a side. It's draining when you're using judgment. It's very activating in love when you're choosing intuition. But you got to give space, and that space is oneness, to understand that there's another soul with a different frequency and a different energy than yours, baby. But it is ones that will still project their mind, their world, their options and opinions, thinking that it's helpful when it's draining. Don't understand, this is the other one Spirit said, don't understand, but got a whole opinion about what they don't understand. Spiritually sleep out here. Spiritually sleep. I threw out so much electricity energy, it almost buffered the computer. Spiritually sleep. How can you give advice, options, and opinions on things you truly don't understand? You only understand in Vatican frequencies on the 3D with God and how this and how that, baby. But that God you worshiping ain't got nothing to do with that wound, that darkness to bring to the light with pure intentions. Interesting, I said all this in English, but ones who still want to debate, that's why I said sever the cords. You're going to use somebody else's energy and then give that advice as if you said it, and still confusing. Well, how did you do that? Can't give you advice because they ain't did it. Oh, well, spiritually sleep. How can you give spiritual advice and spiritually sleep? Yes, a lot of you want to be 33rd degree Masons. There's a lot of them out here spiritually sleep. Harnessing and harvesting beautiful soul's energy for far too long. Now y'all 33rd degree Masons is out here looking for signs. Okay, I ain't gonna, all right, Spirit, I ain't gonna laugh. But a lot's been going on, y'all, when it comes to real ones out here that want to do things for humanity, culturally, spiritually. Let's make a word up. For the culture and heritage, for the true bloodlines of melanin. Because we got ones out here ain't got no melanin. They got a lot of radiation, no melanin. That's why it's easy for ones to walk around somebody that gossips all the time and then activate more gossip, because there's only radiation of gossip in the vessel. No soul. Spirit don't want me to go too hard, but it needed to be talked about. We got parents, we got a 8:38. This is slow down. A lot of them out here, guys, that are taking things with them to the grave and seeing how the world is still shifting and moving around and pulling on people and energy to stay in these certain worlds. And you can't do that. You got to do the work yourself. You got to shift and elevate. What makes your soul sing? Stop worrying about what makes another beautiful soul sing. Things will open up. Now ones are bound to the words that they said about another beautiful soul because the frequency did not match that magnet. So it got to go back to the magnet that started it all. Accelerated learning, y'all already know. Gamma waves for focus, concentration, and memory. This is 40 hertz and 6 hertz together with gamma waves. It's divine. Recommend all beautiful souls when you lay down, you know, put your little gamma wave frequency on. Like I said, those our celestial ancestors, they carry a frequency. They don't use words, so they're a specific frequency. Just like what was left behind for us to keep ourselves intact and activated on these earthly planes. Look at them gamma waves, but you got them all. Your alpha, your beta, your theta, your gamma. You know, that's what they're called. Sorority. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? In plain sight. So, I'm not going to keep playing with ones that are bound to their own illusional worlds. Especially when you want to control and manipulate somebody else's when you ain't even got the right advice to do so. It's really painful for one to pass judgment. One is open and giving space for intuition, for all to see it for what it is. And just release it, let it go. There doesn't have to be any dysfunctions. There doesn't have to be anything. There can be just silence and nothingness to release it all and see that most of it was just an illusion. It is I, and I call my power back. It is I, and I call my power back. It is I, and I call my power back. Playing for far too long. For ones that are new, welcome to my channel. We're uplifting the soul to inner self-empowerment is the goal. So many earthly planes out here. We can flex on them. You know, white lives matter, black lives matter, all lives matter. Your protection matters the most. And I stand on it. Divine atonement. Ashe. Before I started to do this energy grid read, the ancestors in the underworld and the Kemetic ancestors came out, so they already wanted me to pull from that deck. Descendants of real oracles from the bush, from the rock. I'm thinking about the stillness, supreme void, supreme etheric centers, supreme inner earth, supreme outer earth, supreme centers of the earth, supreme etheric centers of the earth. I see. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. That's what they're missing a piece. Come to abundance, your hands, your toes, your feet, everything is abundance. So what you gonna do with it? How you gonna use it? How you gonna put your pure intentions into it and activate into it? They missing a piece, but got a whole lot to say about stuff. Just don't know. Worlds could have been shifted into something else, but they chose to have a block because of jealousy, greed. Yeah, that's how this works as a magnet. Source gonna block it real quick because your intentions weren't pure and this one's intentions was pure. So sit that ass down. 11:33. Already jumping. Ra came out first. Enlightening. Number 1. I'm talking to a life path number 1, 2 right now. A sunchild. Bottom of the deck we got Mott with Ra. It is not a game. Truth and fairness. Live in our truths. Speak in our truths. Be in our truths. Divine spirit lives within. Baby, they out here playing. Let them though. My Mott said keep her, baby. Gonna keep her on deck with Ra. Bastet, passion, Ra, Mott, Bastet, 1, 13, 16. So, with the enlightening, the truth and fairness and passion, keeping your pure intentions and passion intact, and a child is healed, hunty. They ain't got nothing they can latch on to. Then did the spirit listen to Spirit and God. Mama and Papa God, to do this spiritual work, to help other beautiful souls. So you think this was gonna stop it? No. I had to get a couple whoopings from being hard-headed. So you think it's gonna be a reversal to go back? You're playing crazy, and you know y'all. So cut it. Them vibes way too low. You need the cutty. Them vibes way too low. You need the cutty. Cutty. Just making up stuff. But you know when the vibes is high and you and your authenticity and your own creativity and it keep activating, baby. That's how that works. You got your own world. You got your own vibrations, frequencies, and energies. But when you're focused on somebody else's, it stagnates yours. That's what we finna do. Start stagnating shit. So really see. Quit playing. 29. Heka. Alchemical force. Kabbalah. Ra. Mott. Bastet. Heka. Baby, pull the cards out with a whole light language. Tear it up. Tear it up, spirit. Tear it up. Eat it up. Next chord. Thoth, wholeness. They said leave it right there. That's 5 cards for the divine change and clarity on this energy grid. You got Ra, 13, truth and fairness with Ophiuchus, divine feminine reigns, speaking truths about things. No rock being left unturned. That's it. That ball of fire, you feel it, baby. She said, be obedient, don't say nothing. Ashe. 29, Heka, alchemical force, that alchemy, baby. Then, like I said, Ashe to the shields. Because, baby, let me at him. You done did enough work. You done showed them enough love on so many frequencies. Let me at them. Let me at them. You've been sparing them because you love them. They ain't seeing it like that. They just want to tell everybody in the world something else about who you are. And you still were allowed to keep your wholeness. Keep grounding. Keep cleansing your man. Keep cleansing your spirit. Wow. Let them have it. Do they know? They think, if you do quantum leap so much, you will go right through the doorway and still be in a whole nother world, and they be still stuck in 3D. Isis, say a little low, but Isis, faith and wisdom, be stuck in a whole nother world. You can tell it's different because everything in that motherfucker just okay. All right. Be obedient. It's just the fact that one's like, as a magnet, we're magnets. So, universal law, you gonna get what you give out. So if you projecting somebody slow, or they mind ain't right, or you think this is how this is in their world, especially if they coming back to your world to see if it's real pure love in it, leave them motherfuckers where they at. Granny said, baby. It's too much. It's too much. They'll see eventually, or they'll just die with it. That's it. And this is what you're seeing in these worlds. Everybody's meant to shift and change. And activate longevity. So if you can activate that longevity, baby, you straight out here. So I'm out here focused on the wrong stuff and got lost in the sauce. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and it. So, cosmic magnets. The email is in the description box below. Like I said, white lives matter, black lives matter, all lives matter. Your protection matters the most. I go to the deeper components: how to cleanse your magnet, how to keep your magnet protected. Because universal law, we're all magnets. We're electromagnetic beings. We carry magnetic frequencies, and that magnetic frequency of energy is electricity. They ain't gonna tell you that, but they gonna tell that Pope, baby, eyes just getting redder and redder as we keep activating our real electricity with pure intentions. I'm telling you, y'all, it's finna tear these reptilians up. They won't even be able to shape shift no more. We just gonna see them for how they are. Okay, I'll be obedient. So with that being said, y'all know I'll flex these energy grids. I'll be freestyling. So let's hit it. Divine grace to the God and the alignment of this activation and what I had to hear. Understand what I'm finna say. Expectations can create illusions that are not meant for the reality that you're in. That's why you hear a lot of beautiful souls saying, surrender to the process. Don't think. Embrace that nothingness. Source be wanting you to understand, if thy mother, Psalms 27:10, if thy mother or thy father shall forsake thee, then the Lord shall lift you up. Understanding your inner child and your parents in these unseen realms, but still being felt. That's what they mean by surrendering to the process. Those frequencies of nothingness. Like I said, in the description box below will be my email. We'll go to the depth of understanding oneness, understanding nothingness, understanding how this is a million, billion, trillion year old. They can't even tell you how many, earthly plane, just this one earthly plane, who said the thought patterns that are coming into you are yours. And some be not realizing how powerful they truly are, but when that part right there, I help them activate that allows them to alchemize the thought patterns that aren't theirs, and they can move around in life without being drained from the zombies. You go in the grocery store, you know you wanted enchiladas. You knew you wanted, I said enchiladas. You knew you wanted them enchiladas. But out of nowhere, you just, oh, you know what, I changed my mind. I want spaghetti. Then you make the spaghetti and it ain't hitting like that enchilada was supposed to hit. You're very powerful, my love. You're like a sponge. You absorb energy in the room. But in that, you are to alchemize. Use that energy and make magic with it. That abundance, what makes your soul sing. Ooh, somebody didn't understand that frequency, clearly because you're the cross watcher. Or some are ready and open to understand, but I felt the cross watcher. You know who y'all. That's the crazy work. You cross watching but ain't supporting. That's the crazy work. And don't think you being seen. Baby. My grandmother, baby, that rose is a beast, baby. Divineness about that rose is beautiful with pure intentions. But if you touch it wrong, you're gonna get cut. Let's go and end it. I'll show you. So, divine grace, divine grace. Go ahead and end it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Y'all feeling the vibes. Always peace, love, oneness, divine vitality on all energy grids.